Hey everybody, it's me, James John from Crying in My Car. We got a great episode for you. Now, first off, teachers make great speakers, but sometimes you guys make the worst audience members. Then we're going to be talking about the fact, should we pay teacher students? I say yes. Then we're going to wrap things up where I'm going to tell you all the funny things that students say to their teachers about their parents. All this and more, starting now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. My name is Devin Siebold, got my good friend, Mr. James Jan, and we are hopefully here to help you laugh the stress away. This timing of this being aired has got to be, close to school, so that's dangerous. And anyways, you need us, trust me. Go to patreon.com/cryinginmycar to support us, and you can subscribe there, get all the bonus content and episodes, and also a cool little insider and behind the scenes stuff. And don't forget also 5-star, hit that thumbs up, share. That stuff's all free. If you could support us in that manner, that would be great. Now, James, I do a lot of shows for teachers.
You do?
And I want to bring something up that's kind of known but also taboo to talk about.
All right.
I do, and it's a weird thing because everybody says it's not me, but it's got to be somebody.
Okay.
Teachers are the worst people to talk to because they do the opposite of what they ask the students to do. And that is like well known. It's a weird thing, but I did a speech the other day in front of a school. Okay. And I was just about to go up, and literally like the person that was running it, she goes, "Good luck out there. Teachers are just the worst audience." And I go, well, I said, would they like to have fun? She goes, yeah, but it's just so weird how they just do everything that we ask the students not to do, like just stand up randomly or talk back to you and ask questions or talk to each other. Like, it's a weird thing, but there's a lot of times where I go to these conferences or things, and teachers are having their own discussion. And it's like, you would lose your mind if there was a group of kids having their own discussion while you were talking in class. Why do you not respect it when there's another person up there talking? I don't know why we just think rules for thee, not for me. You always hear that saying.
Do as I say.
Yeah.
Not as I do.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love talking in front of teachers. I do. It's a very few of you, but there are more teachers. Like if you talk to a group of teachers versus say a group of lawyers, I know, and I've talked to both actually, the teachers have their cliques and they talk. Oh, yeah. And they will be on their phones. Oh my gosh, put your phone down. Mm-hmm. I'm up here. I work very hard on what I'm doing, and trust me, it's a really good presentation. Very funny presentation. It's great. I'm very proud of what I do. Mm-hmm. Put your phone down and give me a chance.
No.
Please.
They do.
I lose my mind up there. I'm like, why are you not like on my side? You're a teacher.
You know
what this feels like.
Yes. Yeah. But I've seen that. I will tell you, when I do comedy shows, I've had a few. They're not heckling, but talkative. They're almost talking to me on stage, have been teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny because I do see, so I watch like Matt Rife clips or stuff like that.
Yes.
And a lot of times when you see like these crowd work things, they go, what do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. And I go, of course you are. You are talking and interrupting the whole dang show. And of course you're a teacher,
But in their defense, I will say this for teachers. You guys are, for that short period of time, you are child free. You got out. You got out. So I get it. You're drinking. They're always drinking, by the way. They're always drinking. So they're a little rowdy. So I give them grace. I do. Yeah. But they're good. They're good, man.
I will say this too. When you come to like the Board Teachers Comedy Tours, which hopefully you do, boardteachers.com for upcoming tours. We got a lot of great dates coming through Canada coming up very shortly. When people come and they talk a little bit, I don't say anything. In a comedy club, I probably would have said something a long time ago. I give you a window.
Yeah.
The window is pretty big window. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping you get the idea because I will look at you And
Wait.
I will give you the teacher look.
Yes, the teacher nod.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also there's other teachers around them, and I'm like, there's no way they're going to stand for this. And you'll see other teachers go, shh, please be quiet. So I'm hoping that the situation resolves itself. I will give you time, but there's a point. I mean, one of the earliest times I remember I was doing a show with Joe D in Cleveland Improv.
Okay.
And there was a drunk art teacher. And man, she got kicked out.
Why does the art teacher drink a little bit more than most other teachers?
I don't know.
That's a real thing, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do the art teachers like, I'm going to get loose?
Yeah, it's always the art teacher.
Think about it. Think about it.
It is
Yes.
the art teacher. But I will say the music teachers are usually very well mannered.
They are.
But
the structure of learning notes and how to compose. Yeah.
Those kindergarten teachers, though, y'all get wild. I get it, though, because kids, kindergarten,
how did you even get glitter in this theater?
Your hands are full all day.
Yeah.
You have finally some freedom.
Yeah.
And you take full advantage of it. I get it.
Got it.
I just want you to be more acknowledging of, like, another person's talking up there. If it's boring, I get it. It's not. Kind of, but I'm trying not to be boring. But from my perspective, I'm like, oh man, they don't want to listen. They don't want to, they don't want to see this comedy or this show. It's just, it hurts me. It's like, if you put together the perfect lesson plan for your kids and you're excited about it and you get in there and then they're all on their phones talking to each other. You're like, guys, come on.
Do you notice though when you do a show for a teacher, it's not more so talking sometimes than them doing commentary? When you touch on a subject, they're like,
it is
like,
straight up Baptist church in the South.
Yes.
It is straight up. I hear you.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
This guy gets it.
There's been a lot of those.
They do that a lot.
Yeah. I hear that quite a bit. Especially like when Casey gets out there, I can hear him because he's more animated than me.
Yes.
I don't know why, but there's like a switch that we flip with Casey. He's so animated that people talk back to him.
Yes.
I get out there and I start and I'm more deep, like storytelling, but also like painting a picture, and people just get quiet and like listen. Yeah.
Yes.
The laughs are great, don't get me wrong, but it's also like they don't yell at me. Yeah. And it could be the fact that when somebody does, I cry.
Yes. That
could be
that's a deterrent. Yeah.
Oh man, I did a joke on stage, but I'm just gonna say it here because this is one of my one of the new ones I'm working on.
Okay.
But I say, I'm a sensitive guy. It's very tough because I cry, but I'm 6'6". I'm a big man, and it's when you see a 6'6" man crying, it's like seeing a pit bull on the highway. You're like, I should do something. But I think I'll let somebody else handle that one. You're like, I feel so bad. I hope he doesn't get hit, but that's not my thing.
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah. And the worst part is I cry at not like sad things as much. I also cry at like beautiful things.
I do that.
So
I do that a lot.
See two people have like a really
touching moment,
and I'll cry, and then they turn around and they see this giant man crying, and they think Hitman having second thoughts. They're like, he wanted to kill us. He chose the life of redemption.
Yeah, don't even thank him. Just walk away.
Yeah. So, but that's me. So
you know, one of the biggest times I cry with my family. Movies,
yeah.
Bro, I just saw the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Yep.
Okay. And when Stitch tells the lady, whoever's in charge of the alien, this is my family.
Yeah.
They're little and they're broken, but they're my. I'm like, oh my God, they're broken. They're so broken. Dude, I'm just weak.
I told you remember you told me about Wild Robot, that Wild Robot is like the most sad, and my kids saw it and they were like, let's watch it, and I was like, okay. And I got maybe 45 minutes in,
Bro.
And I started to see where it was going.
Yes.
And I was like, you guys finish this. I'll be in the other room.
Daddy, where you going?
I'm all right. And
great movie.
Yeah.
But boy.
I didn't finish it because I had to stop in the middle as soon as I saw kind of where I was like, oh no.
It's a gut punch.
I was like, this is really going to break me, and it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
After saying Lilo and Stitch, if you even say the word family, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. Teachers in the news. One of them I want to talk about. This one, I don't have a joke for, but it's kind of bothering me that it's spreading. I didn't realize. So we've seen it grow in real time. These teacher apprenticeship programs. It was wild, but I remember distinctly us sitting here going, Tennessee has a new teacher apprenticeship program. Okay. And then we were like, Missouri has a new teacher apprenticeship program. Turns out every state except Montana now has an teacher apprenticeship program. Okay. North Dakota just started theirs. They are, according to this article, spreading like wildfire because there are a lot of districts, training colleges. They're trying to get these aspiring teachers early. So they're trying to get them early.
That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, it does. I think it's great, but also I see a dark side to this, too.
Like what?
So I'm very much against, and I've always hated the fact that we have to choose our degree for our 4-year education, like on day one. At age 18, they're like, okay, what do you want to be for the rest of your life? You're about to spend $100,000 plus on this.
Facts.
The rest of your life, tell us now what you want to be.
Yeah. And at 18, you're
and at 18, you have no idea. You've never worked any of these jobs.
No.
You have no experience whatsoever, so you don't know what to expect. And you suddenly, we see it more often than not, are saddled with a massive amount of debt and a degree that it turns out 3 years into it, you're like, I don't want this. Yeah. Once you started to get the specialization courses, you're like, this isn't for me. And then you get into the career and you're like, I'm done. There's so many paperweight degrees out there that aren't good because you then go off and do something else. I worry about these apprenticeship programs because I feel like when we start reaching out and training the teachers when they're in high school, we are pigeonholing them into a career that they might not really enjoy. Some of them, I think it could be their passion for sure. Okay. But I think when you keep going earlier and earlier and earlier and trying to get them into these apprenticeship programs in high school, then I think sometimes they go, well, I just spent the last 2 years doing that. I've got to become a teacher. I have to become a teacher. I'm they've wasted time in their mind.
I'm going to actually disagree with that.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it may be better for you to keep pushing it back until high school to actually make that decision. Here's why. I think it would be better for you to go through that 2 years of doing that teacher apprenticeship and then saying, you know what, this is not for me. Let me go to college and do something else.
Yeah, but the problem is that these apprenticeship programs will pay for your college upon completion. You're obligated to go. You still have the teacher degree
if you do the 2 years. Oh,
yeah. So that's why I feel like they're holding this over your head and going, okay, we're about to cover $30,000 in tuition, and you're like, great, and they go, unless you don't want this, and you go.
And people are thinking practically like, look, I need a career, I need to make money, so let me do this.
And so people think I won't have any debt, student debt. And it's wild to me.
Which is amazing, by the way.
It is amazing, but also, like, I remember distinctly when I had a pediatrician. My pediatrician was great. It was over in Melbourne, Florida. Amazing guy. He went to UF.
Okay.
And I remember one day he was just talking to us. He was so personable, talking. And he would say things about life. And he goes, man, I hope you go to UF. He said, because then you could, play basketball there. He would do my sports physicals. I'd see him every year. He goes, I hope you go to UF because you can do basketball there and maybe you'll get a scholarship. He goes, because scholarships pay off. He goes, I'm a doctor and now I got $190,000 in debt.
Woo!
But I go, oh man, $190,000 in debt. But he's also making a fortune.
Yes. They do make good money.
Sometimes we think I can't go into all that debt for medical school. I can't go into all that debt for, business school.
It's feasible.
I can't go into all that debt for lawyer school, for legal.
Yeah.
But sometimes that debt can be paid off very rapidly or at least comfortably.
Yes. I know you're right because my brother-in-law just got out of medical school and got offers. And I was like, hey, man, what are your offers like? Because I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? So he's like, yeah, man, I got one for $350, one for $450, one for $4. I'm like, Wait a minute, $350,000.
And that's entry.
That's entry. Yeah, exactly. And they have signing bonuses.
Yeah.
So now it's like going to the NFL. Like if I go to this team, they give me this much equity. They'll pay for a house for me too. You get a housing allowance. I'm like, my God.
I mean, at Winter Haven Hospital, they actually had to put out one time a thing about how much money they were paying their doctors, and their head lead neurosurgeon was $2 million that year.
Oh my God.
$2 million that year. And you sit there and you go, $190,000 in debt. Okay.
Oh, I'll take it. Yeah, let's
you're
do that.
making more than, as sometimes teachers graduate and they're not even, so you sit there and go, well, I can save $30,000 right now. And to a child, that's great.
That is.
To a parent, that's
is.
also great. But down the line, you might go, I don't know. Maybe that's not for me. Maybe I should have spent that time going to med school or, exploring other options. I just think I just hate that we don't, I don't like boxing in children. I like making it more available. Try this out. Give us 2 years of working on it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you don't like it, we'll still pay. But we're also, hoping
that could be a whole
if
nother
it's
problem,
a great
though.
career and you really have a lot of faith in it, then just put your money where your mouth is and say, we're still going to pay for your degree, even if you don't, because we're confident
that you're
going to love this teaching so much.
All right.
But I just hate holding that over their head.
Gotcha. But I will say there are, and I see it more and more actually, speaking of my children, more and more young people know what they want to do.
They do.
I think so.
Through social media.
Yes.
Because they get to see it now.
They see it, and and they know exactly what they want to do.
They want to be an influencer.
We all do.
Yeah,
we all
true.
do. Yeah.
All right, next one. This one's an interesting one. There is a Desert Financial over in Arizona is going to give out $45,000 spread out to 30 teachers. That's fantastic. They're going to create basically giving these teachers money for the classroom. They've allocated $45,000. All you have to do is go to the Desert Financial website and basically tell them why you need the money for your classroom, and I think that's great.
And they'll give it to the teacher to use for the classroom. Yep. But
$500 to $1,500.
But I did learn something very interesting. You taught me this: when you buy something for the classroom, it becomes the property
of the school.
School, yes,
agreed. Yeah,
you cannot take it with you.
Yeah. Now, one thing I don't like though, and I'm going to say this just to Desert Financial, that maybe you think about this later differently, is it says priority will be given to teachers at Title I schools. I loved Title I schools. I worked in Title I schools. A lot of, and I don't know what it is currently. I'd be interested to know how it's changed. But a lot of Title I schools have a lot of extra funds because they're Title I schools. We had a lot of money coming in called Title I money.
Okay.
And it was spent on extra Title I things.
Okay.
And we could actually request things to be bought for our classroom that went in line with helping us as a Title I school become a non-Title I school.
Sounds good.
I sometimes thought about it though, because my mom didn't, I had other friends of mine that didn't teach at Title I schools. And they struggled with getting stuff for their classroom that I didn't struggle as much getting. The school itself was in disrepair, but the actual process of getting the stuff, Title I funds would cover some of that. The other schools, they don't cover that. And the private schools obviously have all the money. So there's kind of like this middle ground of schools
they
that
get
aren't
lost in the
Title I.
shuffle.
Yeah, they get lost in the shuffle.
Okay.
And they don't get as much. And there's teachers there that are like, hey, I'd like some stuff too. And the district goes, well, you're not Title I, so we don't have the money for it. Or you're not a private school, so we don't have the money for it.
So I can see people being like,
you're like, okay, well, I got to cover it myself. So, I think obviously Title I teachers definitely need, the stuff. But maybe if you're a Title I teacher and you have access to extra things, maybe suggest to your friend to apply and then you not apply.
Yeah.
Maybe say, hey, I know you need help over at that school. You don't have no Title I money. And I get that Title I money funds have changed over the years. I mean, but back in the day, we had a lot of money. It may not be as much. So maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but just from what I remember.
Well, I'm glad you brought it to light because a lot of people didn't realize what you just said. That happens to those teachers in that little gray area. I would think, oh, no, they got money. They're fine.
Yeah. You think, but a lot of times these schools, they need money. Next one and the very last one is this student teachers in California may be seeing some reprieve. There's a new bill that is going to be passed or looking to be passed that would set aside money for school districts to pay would-be teachers, people that are going to try teach. Now, here's the thing. I was a student teacher. My student teaching was teaching. I was 9 to 5 student teacher.
That's what you did.
I went in there, and after 1 week, my teacher, my supervising teacher, went in the back room and was on eBay. I was teaching.
He was on eBay.
He really was.
Selling things from the classroom.
No,
right?
he was selling a lot. He bought and sold boats. It was weird. Yeah.
What?
He'd like buy a boat,
And
repair it, sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's how he made extra money. I don't know. Maybe something there. But in the meantime, here's Siebold just barely above water, just drowning in the other room.
There you go.
I'm busting my butt doing all the grades, doing all the parent-teacher conferences, doing all the planning, doing all that stuff. No pay.
Really?
A lot of careers have internships like that, but this was for the whole year.
Yeah.
And so California, they were like, look, a lot of kids in college cannot afford this. Right now, there are 28,000 student teachers in California that work for free, essentially. And they said that they're
a lot
they're
of
trying
free
to get,
teachers.
Yep. They said that a lot of them without pay, they can be in dire hardship. Sometimes, because that's the thing is you're pursuing this profession.
Yeah.
But you're starting off on such a negative connotation of it. You're struggling even more than you have to. I mean, it's one thing to be a student teacher. It's one thing to be a student teacher and then also have to work, 2 other jobs because you're not sure where your next paycheck's coming from. You don't have any money. You're working for free during the day and at night just trying to barely get by. So they want to work on paying these student teachers, and I agree.
I agree too, but I know just because I know the process of how this works when you're allocating funds, where does the money come from?
Yeah,
that's the tough part.
Yeah, it's California. They got quite a bit of taxes over there. Quite a bit of state
funds. If they just
funds.
upped the tax on vegan food.
Yes. Really, just a 10-cent avocado tax suddenly will cover 50,000.
Avocados and everything in California.
Literally everything.
Yes, man, everything. I like Captain Crunch has avocado in it over there.
It does, a little bit.
Not bad, it's actually.
James,
I do have something for us. First off, I want to update you guys on a story that we talked about earlier in the year. Now, in Florida, Governor DeSantis had passed a bill that would make it illegal for any minor to have social media.
Okay.
Now, this would include Instagram, Facebook, all the usual suspects, TikTok.
Drake, so furious.
What? First Kendrick, now this?
How will I DM? Anyways.
And it also was rumored to include things like Xbox Live accounts and PlayStation Network.
Well, I mean, because that's a social media.
That is a social media.
We play on the MetaQuest. We have the Oculus in our house. We have a bunch of them. And my kids love them.
Absolutely.
I love them too. But man, oh man, I go into Horizons. Have you ever been into Horizons?
I'm not, no.
Horizons is Meta's essentially metaverse. And dude, you're in there and you're just walking around and there's movie theaters. You can go watch a movie.
That's wild. Yeah.
You can go watch sporting events. You can go into Sabrina Carpenter's concert, watch her live sitting in the front row.
Wow.
You can watch the NBA finals from it.
That's
But
crazy.
you watch it with other people. Like it's such a social community and you and your friend can meet up and just go, hey man, you want to go fishing? And you just go into the Fishing Horizons channel.
Okay.
And suddenly you're on a dock and your buddy's sitting next to you and you can look right at him and fish and be like, hey man, so what you been up to? Everything been good?
And kind of just have not in person social interaction.
Dude, there's this comedy club. And there's comedians we know that perform at those comedy clubs very regularly, and they're paid spots.
I did not know
that. You
that.
can perform on Oculus at the
Okay.
comedy club, and they have showtimes and everything, and you log on and you perform.
And that would count as social media.
Yep. That's what I think I do agree that that's social media because you have a friends list, you talking to
You can
people,
share
meeting
ideas,
up,
interact
and
online.
plus you don't know who they are. My son, he actually met somebody, Turtles was his name, and I could hear
Turtles?
him talking to him because they were playing his game
Yeah.
Onward, and all of a sudden I'm a parent, good parent. I get notifications of any sort of activity on the MetaQuest.
Yeah.
While my kids are on, of people sending friend requests, messages, chat invites. And Turtles sent a chat invite, and I walked in and I was like, "Who's Turtles?" And he goes, "Oh, it's just my buddy." And I could hear Turtles, and he's a young kid, and just
Got
like
it.
my son.
Got it.
And I was like, "Okay, you guys didn't talk." And I said, "But just keep the volume up so I can hear what you guys are talking about." And I was like, "Turtles doesn't cuss, right?" He's like, "Turtles doesn't cuss." I was like, "Good,
Perfect.
So I, try to be dad.
Yeah.
And he knows the
Yeah.
rules. There's rules.
Yeah,
and
man.
Then I hear them talking, and now this stupid Turtles is sending chat invites at 12:30 in the morning, and I'm like, Turtles, I have to message him and be like, Turtles, my son is not on. at this time, you should be asleep.
Yeah, you should be in bed, buddy.
Yeah, and, but I don't know what time zone Turtles is in. You know, he could be over East Coast or something, but or West Coast, sorry. And but yeah, that's fully like that could have been. I'm a dad. I step in, but if I didn't have those child protections on my phone,
Yes.
I don't know who's talking.
You don't know it, not at all.
I get on there and I will just walk through and I'll hear kids.
Yes.
And I could walk up to any one of them and be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, not
Hey,
bad."
how you doing? Yeah,
Yep.
you wouldn't even know.
A 40-year-old man is just walking up to your child in this virtual world.
Yes. And that is one of the things that had prompted them to pass this bill.
Yeah.
They were just thinking there's a lot of things out there online that are inappropriate for younger children to have.
So cut and dried. That's what we're doing. We're passing it, right?
No.
Okay.
Here's what has happened. Now you can imagine how nervous a lot of gaming and computer companies got. Like, ooh.
Well,
this
Meta.
They're like, hey man, this could really damper our bottom line. So what they did, they got together with a conglomerate, and what they're doing is suing, saying this bill is unconstitutional. Now, a judge just made a ruling that while they're going back and forth, that while the bill's in contention, it's illegal to enforce it. So for now, kids under the age of 18 minors can still have social media in Florida. So for now, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you are safe. But no.
So when I get that invite at 1 a.m., I can still cuss out Turtles.
Yes, you can.
Great.
Yes, you can. Because I thought about this, Devin. There's a lot of kids under 18 that are actually, they have a career already and they make money on social media.
Oh, yeah.
So this could affect a lot of kids' actual employment.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of TikTokers that are very young. They do dances, do all kinds of things like that. And if they were to make that, if that was to go through, that could really change what that kid has to do now.
And families.
Yeah.
There's families out there that have
Yes.
young kids that make them part of it. The such and such family.
Yeah, like imagine the kid. I know your kids must know him. The kid that made millions opening up toys. Ryan, his name was.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Well,
imagine that. Like,
Yep.
shut it down.
Oh no, he's like 42 now or something. He's just in there trying to open up pill bottles. He's like, oh, hold on. We gotta push down first.
Push down twist. So I'll keep you guys updated on more to come because I'm thinking the more time goes by and the more money gets dumped in by lobbyists, this is going to be shot down eventually. Yeah. I don't think it's going to go through.
I don't know. Yeah, it seems like that. We always have good ideas, and then everybody gets their money hands in it.
Good intentions.
Yeah.
But yeah, then
and it stinks because there's usually no middle ground. That's what I've never understood is a lot of these bills are like all or none, and I'm like, can't we find
some kind of common ground?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Only one TikTok a day.
Yeah.
There you go. Only one.
Only one tick.
Only
no
one.
talk.
No talk. Oh man. So I know on here, I usually tell you guys funny things that teachers say to parents or parents say to teachers, but I want to change it up a little bit, Devin.
Okay.
I wanted to read some funny things that kids have said to teachers about their parents.
Oh, okay. That's a good twist.
Here's what I've learned, man. The younger a kid is, the more open and honest they are.
Yes.
Kids are honest, man. They don't know to lie.
Yep.
when they're in kindergarten, you ask them a question, they'll tell you the truth. If you ever want to know what a person thinks, ask a kindergartner.
Yep.
They will tell you their truth, man.
Yeah.
So here's some of the things that kids will share about their parents, like their eating and drinking habits. This little kid says, my mom's favorite place to go is Costco because she loves hot dogs. Why did your teacher need
But
to
they're
know
good.
that? They are. Those
We had something in our house like that where I think Gavin came home with I love my mom because, and it was like she sleeps all day or something like that. And we're like, what? You didn't sleep all day.
While I use the fireplace.
Yeah.
She does.
There was just weird things that I was like, come on.
Those weird things. This kid, this is great because I know a lot of parents went through this. This kid, Carmen, said, the best part of COVID is that my parents are actually cooking.
DoorDash rat you out, yeah.
Yeah. My parents actually feed me a wholesome dinner.
Right?
I was calling people at McDonald's my uncle. Okay. Bear, this is what this kid's name is, said, my mommy has a special drink every night, but it's just for adults because I asked.
Well, your name is Bear.
Bear, yes.
So, yeah.
Your mom makes bad decisions all the time, even
Yep.
when she named you.
All
That's
the time.
Right.
Did you have those parents that, like friends of yours that their parents are like super loose?
The cool parents?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I did.
Yes, I did.
There was a friend of mine that we were like both 17, 16, something like that. And I went over to her house and literally the mom's like, do you guys want some drinks? And like she started drinking.
Yep.
And they're like passing out beers and we're like 16, 17. I was like, nope, I'm good.
Because to you, that's not normal behavior.
Yeah, but they're literally smoking cigarettes with each other. And I'm like, what is going on here? Yep.
Oh, my good Lord. No,
Yeah.
that's not how we're raising my kids.
Yeah. So that sounds like one of those.
It does sound like that. This is funny.
At least she, she set the boundary.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. Well, Mom says I can't have it till I'm 15. There you go. Here's one. This comes from a girl named Heather. She says, the teacher says they were doing a gummy bear osmosis lab where they put the gummy bear in pure water and they'll see it expand. And if you put it in salt water, it will shrivel. And one little girl said, oh, my mom likes to do this with vodka.
Gummy bears in the vodka. That's funny.
Oh, boy. The fact she knows it's vodka.
Right.
Yeah.
There's been discussions. That's.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't know it did that, though.
Oh, this is where you teach your kids to do good, they'll do good. But if you teach them to do bad, they're going to do bad. Let me tell you what about my mom. Yesterday, Mommy hit the neighbor's car with her car. It was destroyed, but shh, she said not to tell anyone.
Oh, no. It's worse when the teacher's the neighbor. And
Yes!
They're like, what?
I like how she's like, but my mom said not to tell anyone. That's what I'm telling you.
Never tell a child don't say anything.
Because that's what...
They will, like, literally.
Immediately
Yep. My
tell
kids
everyone.
get in the car, and I'll be like, so how was your day? And Liam will start to talk, and I'll be like, so we did. And Gavin will be like, shh, they said we were not supposed to say anything. And they're like, no, we can say something. And I hear him arguing behind
Back and
me.
forth,
And I'm
yeah.
like, just say it.
Just say it now. Here's how you can figure out that young kids don't know how age works, because all they know are small numbers. All their friends are 6 and 7. This is what a little kid Dawn said about her mom. My mom is 39 years old and she's still alive.
By the grace of God. It's a
Amen.
miracle.
Yes.
Yeah. She
39.
didn't go to the Metallica concert.
No, she did not.
But
No, she did not. Okay, here's one last one for you. This is so true. I relate to this one. Young girl named Chris said, my dad is bigger than my mom, but my mom's still the boss. Yes.
relate.
Relate.
Yeah.
I don't run anything at
James
my
can
house.
fully relate.
I
James-
sure can.
Literally, I've done comedy shows with James, and I'm like, hey, man, who do I pay? He's like, my wife.
Yep.
Just pay her directly.
That is a true statement.
Go to the Venmo. It's under her name, my phone number for some reason, but also her name.
That is also true.
And I'm like, James.
It's just a picture of me holding up a sign that says "help."
Yep. But it's a good relationship. Don't get me wrong. They
I
love
know
each
it's a
other
good
very much,
one,
but
'cause that's what
James
she
has-
tells me.
James has James has handed everything off to her, and it's like, you do it. You got this.
Oh, this is one last one. This is
Okay.
just cute. Okay, too much information. A little kid named Katie says, my mom and my dad have date night on Fridays. I know that because I'm not allowed out of my room when they're having it.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
And apparently they only go on 2.5-minute dates.
That's it. 2.5 minutes. Who has the time?
Nobody. They went 3 or 4 rounds. You
Woo.
know?
Oh, we cuddled.
Exactly.
There you go.
Dude, that's kids will say it.
Kids are great. I love kids.
I do
man.
too. And I've been in kindergarten classrooms even for just like a minute recently where I did teach-in, the great teach-in, and I was reading my book.
Yeah.
And literally I was like, kids, do you guys have any jokes? And there's a distinct difference. 3rd grade and up will tell you jokes.
Yes.
2nd grade have some jokes.
Yeah.
1st grade, they're confused. Kindergarten has no jokes,
None.
but they will tell you something that they think is funny.
Yes.
And that's the joke. So when I ask a kindergarten class to tell me a joke, I will just get stories about the parents. And then, my dad hit a car and my mom's in jail. And
Oh
they
my
think stuff
God.
like that's so funny, like the funny things.
Yes.
And you're like, you're just spilling tea. That's all it is.
You're you're going to be called as a witness
Right.
one day. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
James, how can people find you online, my friend?
As always, y'all guys can follow me. I can't even talk. As always, you guys can follow me on Instagram Instagram, James Yon Comedian YON, and the same account on Facebook.
All right. And also, I have some shows coming up. I'll be in London, Ontario, Kitchener, Ontario, Hamilton, Ontario, and Winnipeg, MB. What's MB in Canada?
I'm going to Canada tomorrow, and I don't even know that.
MB. Anyways, I'll be in MB, which is in Canada. And that's going to be November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th with the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. So check us out. I'm racking my brain. I'm like thinking of all the different provinces up there, and
there's someone yelling at the screen.
It out. Yep.
MB.
Anyways, I'll be at Winnipeg, which there's only really one good Winnipeg.
Yeah,
and that's in MB. So, anyways, hopefully find tickets for those, boardteacherscomedytour.com, and don't forget letyourteacherslaugh.com as well. Teachersneedlaughter.com for any speaking engagements. So, James, we'll be back next week.
Yes,
Don't forget
to
check us out on Patreon for the bonus episodes, and we'll see you back here crying in my car.